University of Washington, and I'll be doing your foot and ankle exam today. Is that okay with you?
Sure.
All right, so I'm observing the patient for habitus, posture, level of comfort, and signs of distress. And often I will also have already looked at their shoes because that's fun. And so, I don't know, where are your shoes, Henry? Where are they?
I tucked them way over.
Tucked them way over there?
Under.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll look
You
at
can
them.
probably find
Yeah, so so then I'm going to go through the vitals, all the sort of usual vitals, and then I'm going to make sure that they're adequately exposed, and then I'm going to take a look at the medial arch, the longitudinal arch here, and I'm going to come over here, and again I'm going to look at the arch here. So what I'm noticing here is a little bit flat. You see some callus formation of that the IP joint on the big toe there, and so why don't you go ahead and have a seat?
Also on my heels.
Oh yeah, you can see some on the heels there as well. Okay, and you can see that on the heel. You also notice some psoriatic changes there in the skin. So he's got some psoriasis. Do you want to go ahead and, I think that's all I need to have you do is standing up here. So why don't I have you go ahead and sit down here carefully here. So how is this position doing here? So we want to have him face toward the audience, or how are we doing here? Is this better this way? Is this good? Okay. So now I'm going to just do the same thing here. I'm going to just look at the medial and longitudinal arch. Presumably it's less stressed right now, so I'm just looking at sort of the changes. It looks pretty uniform there, very similar to how it was initially here when he was standing. And then I'm going to observe, just doing a basic inspection of the foot here. So again, I'm just looking in this area in particular. People mostly come in with inversion injuries, so I'm just inspecting in that area. I'm inspecting medially here and comparing side to side. It looks pretty okay there. Looking at the top of the foot, and then just go ahead and relax here, Henry, so I can lift up your foot. I always like to look at the bottom of the surface of the foot, and it looks like you've been walking around on the classroom floor that hasn't been swept in a while. So I'm noticing the callus formation there, right there at the base of the second metatarsal head. He might have a little bit here laterally as well, and then he's got some callus formation there, and then again he's got some callus formation here laterally here. And then the big one here again is to very specifically look between the toes. In your diabetic population, you'll see a lot of tinea pedis, and please treat that. That can be the source for big problems when people get staph infections in their feet. Okay, so again, I'm going to look more closely at the top of the foot here, and just sort of comparing here. So the medial heel, and I'm looking at the bottom of the heel. He's got this lateral callus formation, a little bit there, less prominent here on the left compared to the right. But again, he's got that metatarsal callus there. And what that means, yeah.
How important is it when we're charting to document calluses?
I like to document callus formation. It's pretty easy when you get into clinic and you have these smart phrases, and you get a pretty standard foot exam, and you can get little drop-down boxes, because I used to do a lot of foot care at Group Health, and so they have